Hey, how's it going? All right. So this is my week 5 scenario. Carl, the owner of the bowling alley, has decided he wants to start emailing lunch and bowl. So process that we're trying to do here is we're trying to create two new users, Carol and Bob. I'm sorry, Carol and Bob, and we are going to encrypt for Carol, and it looks like we are going to create a view for Bob. Starting off, it looks like what we're wanting to do is first verify that my backup is in place for bowling, which we can see right here it is. So we're set in case something goes wrong. So the first thing is we started with this alter table. I actually made it 255 characters. I just saw that it was supposed to be 50. So it's just a small thing, but we created the email address column, and then we added right here Bowler's first name plus Bowler's last name plus at gmail.com to simulate an email set. So if we go over here into our Bowlers section, look our little select statement right here, we have all of our email addresses right here. So we're all set in that area. As we continue on, we have data security. We're going to create a new login user, junior employee Bob, the scorekeeper. So what we did over here is we actually just created a user in the database itself. So if we go into logins, we see our user here, Bob, the scorekeeper. And we've made it so that Bob only has the capabilities. If we come over here into his login, we made it so that he can only view the database itself. So if we go into Bowler League, we got nothing here. He can't see anything, but he can access this view. And if he does that, he can then see, or he's able to query and actually select. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Bob the scorekeeper. Oh, I fixed this on the other one, not on here. Here, let me pause this real. All right, sorry about that. Yep. So back into fix that problem. Back into Bob's, we go over to Bowlers and we go over to tables. You can see we have nothing in tables. We have a view here, which will allow us to select, and then we're able to get that information. So we're all set there. Next, we were supposed to create another user called Carol the programmer right here. As you can see, Carol was to be able to have access to a certain extent, but she was to have information encrypted for her. So right here, if we look at the settings, we can see that it's all encrypted and she's not able to actually see sensitive information. So we're all set there. Now, it looks like the final thing to do was just to do the same thing, except on the server itself. So if we see our two connections here, we have Bob, the scorekeeper, logged in on our school database here, as well as Carol. So if we go into Carol really quick, we can see that if we go into the databases, a little slower when we're working here. Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, right. We go into databases and we go into bowling development. So we can actually see. And we go into tables. Actually, I guess we'll just do this. System views. Pausing again. All right, sorry about that. Once again, I guess I just didn't save the settings. But yeah, when we go into Carol here, and we go down to our database, go into Bowlers, and we select, as we can see here, that we have been encrypted. She has access to select and insert, but is not able to see sensitive information. The same thing goes for Bob up here. He has the ability to view this view only, and certain information has been removed. And by way of reference there is this is how I created that view statement. Create view, and then I added all the parameters that was supposed to be added. So that's essentially it. As you can kind of see right here that we have all this created for not only our instance of our bowlers, but also for the class instance as well. And that is two new users, encryption for Carol, and a view for Bob, and keeping them Bob in select, and Carol and insert and select. So that's it for this, and hopefully that covers everything that was needed to be talked about. But yeah, thanks for that.